Good evening, everybody. Happy Thursday. We're back 2 nights in a row to do the same thing that we spent the entire night doing last night. We're going to be placing lots of blocks. How's everybody doing? You guys excited for the weekend? It is Thursday. Also, as my boss at work calls it, Friday Junior. It's Friday Junior, everybody. I'm ready for the weekend. It's been a long week. It's been a long week, but it's been a good week in a lot of ways too. This, hanging out with you guys, has been awesome. But yeah, we're going to be placing blocks. How's everybody doing? You guys good? What's up, Auk? Hey, Kiwi. I'm gonna talk you to sleep. It's time to go to sleep. Good night. Wake up. Did it work? Did it work? Wake up. Chris, hello. Dark, you got that Pepsi Icy, dude. I'm so jealous right now. The second best is I got Chipotle for dinner. So I got my Pib. Got Pib. He does have a soothing voice. I got myself sleeping a few times yesterday while he was streaming. Soothing also means boring, right? I'm so bored. Blue Jay's so boring. I mean soothing. Oh, man. Gotta love a good old nap, though Blue will soon need it. I know. I stayed up last night, maybe another 45 minutes after we finished the stream, and then I went to sleep. I got up at a little before 6 this morning, slowly got myself up and out of bed and went and worked out at the gym, and took like a 20-minute nap after work before taking my son to rugby practice. And then we came home. I had some Chipotle and took a shower, woke myself up a little bit, and just enough time to stream for a few hours before I get tired again and go do it all again tomorrow. There's a possibility I'll be streaming again tomorrow night. Depends on how tonight goes. There's a possibility that I'll be either streaming this or I'll be streaming with the hardcore crew. I'm not sure yet. There was a little bit of talk about throwing Friday out there for some hardcore Minecraft, or I don't know if we'll do Minecraft Dungeons or hardcore Minecraft. I don't know. There was talk at some point about doing that. I just need to follow up and see if those plans are solidifying at all. So if we don't do the hardcore crew tomorrow, then we will do Blue Jay builds stuff on Java. Unless we miraculously finish this tonight, then I won't stream tomorrow night unless I'm streaming with the crew. Simeon, hello. Wish I could hit the gym. 2 torn ligaments in my arm keep me from doing that. Oh my gosh. How long's the healing process on that before you can get back to it? What's up, Metal? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Forgive me for crunching my ice. I'm an ice cruncher. I love ice. All right, let's get to it, guys. We got a lot of work to do tonight. I'm waiting to hear from the doctor on that. Well, I hope it's not too long. I hope it's a quick recovery. So I actually did a little bit of work on this today during my lunch break. We didn't get a ton more done, but I sat and ate lunch at my desk so that I could work on this for a little bit. I'll show you a quick progress update before we do anything, okay? Everything I'm reading will be a few solid months. That sucks, man. That sucks. All right, here we go. Free cam. Check it out, check it out, check it out. We did this last night. I didn't do any more of this tonight or today. You can see exactly where the path is going to go because all those blocks are missing. I did a little bit of this back here, cleaned up that during lunch, and I did a little bit of this down here. So not a whole lot more than we did last night, but it's taking shape. the hill finally looks like a hill and not just like part of a hill with a line right there. So yeah, it's looking good. Thanks, Hawk. I'm really happy with it. Really happy with it. The hard part's done, honestly. I think the rest of this is gonna be pretty easy because it's just replacing the splotches. But I mean, there are quite a few splotches. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. This icy is the best yet. The Regal near me this month will be the last time they have the Pepsi. No, did they say they're getting rid of it too? So it must be like a Regal wide thing where they canceled their Pepsi contract with icy. Oh no. That means if I drive through Georgia in a month and a half, they won't have it anymore when I get there. That's so sad. The timing of it all. I got a shulker monster I have to clean up the start on the Gryffindor dormitories. No way. That's awesome. That sounds really cool. So both of my sons are just now reading Harry Potter. They read the first book. My younger son has started the second book, and my older son is now on the third book. And we just watched the first movie with them a few nights ago. So yeah, they're loving it, man. You'll have to send me some screenshots of your Harry Potter builds so I can show them. All right, let's fill all this in. I can do that. Appreciate it. Would love to see it. I'm not even using my tool right now. Trying to prank me? How rude. So there are a few weird spots like this that don't have blocks in them. There's one in the back of the hill over here that I'm wondering if it was a spot that like this, like that, maybe some Enderman took some blocks from there before I got the anti-Enderman griefing pack on. Like there's just some weird terrain stuff going on because I smoothed this over with the brush in Axiom. So I may end up going and doing some manual cleanup after the full build is completed. And that's one spot right there that I'm like, I wonder if that just got missed or something. You know, I used to be a reader, but if there's a movie, I just watch the movie now. No time to read with 3 kids running around. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, it's pretty funny, the dynamic in our house sometimes, because my wife is a librarian and I absolutely love going to the movies and will always prefer the movie over the book. So the dynamic there is pretty funny sometimes. One of my sons was like, yeah, the book with Harry Potter is like, yeah, the book is better. And then my other son was like, I like the movie better. I was like, yes, I got one of them. What's up, Hype Dog? How you doing? What am I supposed to be putting here? Green wool? Okay. I'm wondering if I miscounted how much green wool I was actually going to need, because I feel like I've blown through quite a bit of it already. I thought I was only going to need a few stacks of it, but maybe it was more than that. I don't know. Which, that's fine. I got plenty over at the sheep farm. Oh, I forgot to do this. We need to start recording. And this is probably going to freak out for a second. It's probably going to freeze here and not let me do anything. Yep, there it is. There's the freeze. Hello, deity. Book are definitely way better. They missed so much out. It was funny watching them react to the Harry Potter movie because they were like, they skipped that part from the book. They skipped that part from the book. Why didn't they do that part? I'm like, kid, if they did that part, the movie would be 4.5 hours long. It was already 2.5. Welcome to cinema. They can't put everything in the movie from the book. All right, there's that. My daughter started reading Harry Potter when they first came out. Had me, but as soon as they came available, she was in her early teens. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean they're good little stories. I'm really curious to see what they do with the remake that's coming out on HBO in December, because with a show, you can kind of stretch your legs a little bit more with leaving in all of the details from the books that were left out of the movies. So I wonder if they're going to dedicate whole episodes to a few chapters of the book and really dig in to the meat of the story. Be interesting to see. Just lurking during karate, I feel like you're able to engage with chat way more using this feature. Oh yeah. I have to pay way less attention to where I'm placing things because I just know it's going to place the correct thing for me. It's beautiful. Hey, Charlie, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. I appreciate that. What movies are we talking about? We're talking about Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Come on. Let me place it. Let me place it. Not gonna let me place it. These ones that have plants over them are weird. Sometimes they let me place, sometimes they don't. Pigs must be flying then. I cannot wait to see this place done. The satisfaction that I'm going to have from completing this project is going to be great. Because this is like legit. I know I keep saying this, but I'm going to keep saying it because I'm really excited. This is the largest project I think I've ever done in this short amount of time. Only because I'm building Hogwarts on an SMP. Nice. Is someone helping you with it, or are you like the sole owner of that project? I'll take, but I think the Harry Potter movies showed the appropriate amount during the movies, enough to keep the audience attention, but short enough to get multiple showings per day. I agree books are better, but honestly, Potter movies, I think, trimmed the right amount of fat. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Then you have like the Lord of the Rings, where they trimmed a lot of detail, but also kept it very true to the books. And they were still like 4.5 hours long with the extended editions. Those movies are really long. Which I don't mind. I really enjoy the Lord of the Rings series. How long did it take for you to do your custom biome in creative? Wait a minute. Do we have a hype train going? Oh, nice. I didn't even notice that. Thank you, guys. I was able to get it designed in an evening. A lot of the time was spent tinkering with the terrain brushes and learning how to use them and creating a custom brush set with the amount of each type of block percentage that I wanted in the brush. So yeah, it was fun to do. I got it done in about an evening though. Nope, you can't place a rocket, but you can place a block. All the interiors of me. Someone else did 90% of the exterior. I did the Great Hall, the Viaduct Courtyard, and the Boathouse. Nice. Dude, the Great Hall. Did you do the floating candles and stuff in the enchanted roof or ceiling? Oh, gosh. If it's only showing blue, how do you know what goes in those block spaces? I don't have to know. Because of easy place. But two things. You can increase the contrast on it. Here, let me go sleep first. To where you can see it a little bit better. I don't really know how to control that very well. This is the first major project like this that I've done, so I've not tinkered with that setting too much. But also, you can also tell with the top right of your screen, you see where it says, I'm pointing at coarse dirt, I'm pointing at... Hold on. Stop it! Just die already. Oh, there's another one. Dang it. Stop it. When are they gonna die? Thank you. Oh my gosh. You've got to be joking me. Whoopsie. One moment. So here's a good example. If you look at the top right, it says coarse dirt, coarse dirt, coarse dirt, coarse dirt. This is supposed to be a grass block, grass block. If you have the wrong block placed there, like if I tried to place moss, hold on. If I tried to place moss right there, it's going to be red and it's going to say that needs to be a grass block, but there is a moss block there. So there you go. So mad. Excuse me. You need your pointy sword, not your dull one. That is my pointy sword. It's the pointiest sword I have. Fixed. Creeper holes are really easy to fix with easy place enabled. All right. Continue. Wonder if this is not working correctly though. Because like, you should be able to see the block. Let's see. Visuals, enable rendering. Yes. Enable area selection boxes rendering. Placement boxes rendering. Schematic blocks. Area selection boxes. Fake lighting levels. Placement clothing blocks. Mode sides. Render. Overlay render through blocks. The schematic will overlay will be rendered through blocks is probably more useful. Stop it. Once you are finished building and want to see any errors easier. Okay, that's not it. Ghost block alpha. So if I turn this up to 0.5 where it was last night, does that change things? Yeah, see, if I turn that ghost block up, why did I turn that down in the first place? Like if I turn it up to 0.8, look at that. Now you can see it even better. There's dirt. Hey, Blue, how are you tonight? Samurai, I am just fine and dandy. How are you? Piggybacking off of the movie series book talk, what's your Mount Rushmore of books that also became good movies, shows, releases? Oh my gosh. What does that mean? I get to pick 4 books that became movies. Lord of the Rings has to be in there. I will say, even though I have not read the book, Project Hail Mary, because that movie was just so good. And it started as a book. It was a book first before it was a movie. Dune, yes, Dune. Thank you for not letting me forget that. Dune is so good. It's the Star Wars before Star Wars existed. So, Project Hail Mary, Dune, Lord of the Rings. Oh gosh, now what? Now what? Oh boy. The Hobbit. I mean, I kind of group that in there with Lord of the Rings, that whole series. I'm going to cheat. Are you ready? I'm going to cheat. My last pick is The Avengers. Technically, it was a book first. It was a comic book. What? Oh, see, here's our problem. It's supposed to be leaf litter, but I don't want it to be leaf litter. I want it to be that. Thank you. Oh, we're going to have problems here, aren't we? I'm just going to manually place these and hope that they are correct. That one's not. Yep. Those are good. That's not good. Now it is. There we go. Okay. Any of these ones that have leaf litter are just going to cause massive problems. Bridge to Terabithia, for me, the movie was just as devastating in the book. I've never seen it or read it. I probably should, shouldn't I? I feel like I don't need to be super careful with this little section. It's like a little overhang, I guess. I don't know. The Pilgrim's Progress was an awesome book and has had a few good adaptations in video form. I've never seen, well, maybe I have seen the video adaptations. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check that out. Curious. I'm wondering if there's no hologram here because I just didn't bring the hologram down that far when I was creating the regions. Because this feels like it shouldn't be empty. Feels like it should continue. Kind of like to here. And then like coarse dirt. Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Twilight, and maybe Hunger Games. Hunger Games is pretty good. So I'm super excited about Marvel news because today they have this thing called CinemaCon, and they did a big old announcement about upcoming Disney related content, and they apparently showed a 2-minute trailer for Doomsday, and everything I've seen online about it is like just raving reviews saying that the trailer was amazing. Can't wait for the movie. I've seen feedback showing that the test screenings that they've done are ranking along the same lines as the Infinity War movie. Oh, I just put those in on purpose. Why am I taking them back out? Leave it there. And I loved Infinity War. That and Endgame, I think, are my two favorite movies in the entire Marvel series. So if they're tracking as well as those two movies, then Doomsday is going to be awesome. Can't wait for it. But what do I do, guys? There's a creeper beside you. I ain't scared of no creeper. You know what's kind of crazy, though? Avengers Doomsday and Dune are both coming out on the same day in theaters. Avengers Doomsday is supposed to be like close to 4 hours long. And Dune 3, with it being the finale of the trilogy, is probably going to be over 3 hours long. Do I spend 7 hours in the movie theater on the same day? Should I do that? I mean, it is the week before Christmas, so if I have the day off... Let's see. If I go to the movie at 5 o'clock... 9 o'clock would be the end of the Avengers. 9:30 start time for Dune. That would end at 1 in the morning. I could do that. 5 o'clock to 1 in the morning. That sounds like a perfect way to spend the day to me. That probably won't happen. I will probably end up just going to see them subsequent days. On the same day, that's the real question. I mean, that's the idea, but I probably won't do it, you know, because family time. That's a long time away on holiday time. When I'm going to see movies that my kids are not old enough to see yet, I usually go after they're in bed. I'll go at like 9 o'clock at night, 9:30 at night. wonder if Spider-Man Brand New Day will link to Doomsday. I imagine it will. I imagine it will. I mean, what I mean by that is I imagine they will nod to it in probably the post-credit scene. I doubt there's going to be any kind of direct connection. But I mean, here's the real thing. The previous Spider-Man movie was a multiverse movie, and it opened up the door to multiverse related storylines, and Doctor Doom is a multiverse character. So maybe somehow it's Peter's fault that Doctor Doom got let into the MCU world because he opened up that crack in the universe. Maybe it's Peter's fault. And it's Peter's fault that everything's going to die. I haven't seen Dune 1 and 2, so there's that. They are great. I would recommend it. The Bridge of Terabithia would be good to read if your kids are going to read or watch it, just to get ahead of the emotional damage. Excellent book, but it really hits you with bullying, grief, and extreme guilt. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna have to look into it. The movie is the one with The Rock in it, right? I think they're on Netflix, so I'll have a look. Yep. All right, there's that. I don't remember The Rock being in it. Maybe that's a different movie I'm thinking of. Let me place it. Let me place it. Let me place it. Thank you. Man, these leaf litter blocks are so annoying. Isn't The Rock in every movie ever created? Yeah, right. Black Adam was The Rock. Unpopular opinion, I actually liked that movie. I was sad that that was like the downfall of the DCU. Like maybe the DCU is gonna start making some good stuff. I don't know. I also really liked the new Superman movie. The one that came out last year. Superman Legacy. And I'm really looking forward to the Supergirl movie that's coming out. I think that's this year, right? Comes out this summer sometime. DC just needs to hire Robert Downey Jr. to come save their universe. He did it for Marvel. Superman movie was meh. I know a lot of people felt that way. A lot of people felt that way. I really liked it, to be honest. I liked that it was a lot more lighthearted and fun. Not so serious like the Henry Cavill ones. Which I didn't dislike those either. I enjoyed them. Oh, I just want to place blocks. Let me place blocks, please. You know what my favorite movie from last year was? The Fantastic Four. I think I saw that movie 5 times in the theater. As soon as we're out of this wooded area and back out into the open, this will be a lot easier, but these little sections right here are just kind of a pain in the butt. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to take a break during the ad break at the beginning of the stream. Oh, you know what? I was away from my computer while the ads were showing, I think. So I think we're probably okay. But we got 20 minutes till the next ad break. I honestly stopped watching Batman Superman movies. There are so many, and I never really know which ones are supposed to be tied to the current one. Yeah. Which I had higher hopes when James Gunn was hired to reboot the MCU. Because I'm like, I like his storytelling. I like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. So I was like, it'll probably be all right. But now it's just kind of unclear because they have the Superman movie, they have the Supergirl movie that both tie into each other, but the Robert Pattinson Batman movie apparently doesn't. It's not technically part of their not MCU, DCU. Why? Why not just make that Batman part of it? I only play Fortnite because of my kids, but they ask me all the time why there isn't a Fortnite movie because it has everyone. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, like that is copyright conversation to a T. Well, they pay these companies a lot of money to use the characters, and those companies probably get a big old cut from every skin that is sold. And that's why they charge you a lot of money to buy them. Rebel, you'd pay to see that? I mean, that would be a one-of-a-kind movie-going experience. I'll not lie about that. That would be interesting. Oh, are we finally through all the leaf litter junk? Ugh. I'm not worried about the trees. There's a few rogue blocks over here. Funny, but not cool. I need to go to sleep before a creeper comes over here and blows this up. And then I get mad again. I guess they kind of did that with the Lego movie. Yeah, they had Lando, Chewie, Shaquille O'Neal, Gandalf, Dumbledore. The Lego movie was awesome. Apparently the rumors of a National Treasure 3. Wow, what else could they do? Hello, May. How you doing? Percentage of completeness? Oh, wow. We're doing pretty good. This whole side is almost done. We got to get a little bit back in the back, and then this whole side and the front. So we're probably about a third. It's about a third of the way there, maybe a quarter, a little more than a quarter. We're cooking. We are cooking. Cooked. No, 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 no! This is how... Stop it. This is how I'm going to run out of materials. The creepers are going to continue to blow up my stuff, and I'm going to have to go mine for more moss or coarse dirt. Stop it. All because I miscalculated the crit hit. Stop shooting me! Looking awesome, thank you. Time for knockback 2. Yeah, it really is. It is overdue. It is overdue. I've finally broken my rule, by the way, everyone. My rule being my pickaxe always goes in the first inventory slot. I'm breaking this again when it needs to stay. Oh my gosh, let me go. Yeah, so, oh my gosh, can you get up here? Are you capable of getting up here? Hopefully not. I'm capable of falling down there, though. Let's not do it. All right. This whole section is done-ish. Few little stragglers here and there. Let me place it. All right, let's go up here. Just waterlog the whole hill. That'll fix it. Yeah, this is a good learning lesson for the future, that when I want to do this going forward, I mask out all flowers from the schematic. Because this is just tedious. All right. Now we know for Feather Falls. Exactly. Blue's getting rocked with the tool breaking the creeper sound. I know. I can't really ignore the creeper sound anymore though, because I got it. It came back to bite me twice already tonight. Run into creepers. Did you figure out who killed your dog? Are you talking to me? Did I have a dog die? I'm out of coarse dirt again. It wouldn't be so bad if you had more options. Talking to Dark. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, it's looking good. All right, coarse dirt. Wait, K as in Kiergan? Did Kiergan kill your dog? Am I gonna have to get back at him? Oops. Not sure, but if so, maybe Blue. Oh, I'm going after him. Next time we play hardcore. It is an anarchy server though, right? So, I mean, it's all fair, I guess. Withers at spawn. Oh my gosh. You don't kill a man's dog? I mean, yeah, just ask John Wick. Is it just me, or is the Efficiency 5 shovel on Java Edition faster at digging? More often than not, I hit 2 blocks instead of 1, even if I'm rapid tapping the mouse button. It more often than not breaks more than I want. Haven't noticed? Okay. Maybe I'm crazy. That's a high probability, but it also might be true. You do that on Bedrock? Okay. That jump boost with your Elytra is crazy. Dude, it's insane how quick you can get going with it. It's pretty hilarious, actually. Here, watch this. You ready? if I keep going in a straight line doing this, if I time the jump perfectly, it'll continue to accelerate me. It's like, who needs rockets when you got jumping? Right? I mean, I went all the way that way with no rockets. Ow. Oh, yeah, I get it. If somebody came and hurt one of my puppies on here, I would probably rage quit too. Don't touch my dogs! I did it again. I did it again. Stay away from this section. Blue Jay. Oops. Timberwolf, yep. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. These I'm just gonna leave there. I don't care. They're off to the side, not affecting anything. You guys don't let me go do that again, please. Nice. I was yelling at my screen, but I couldn't type fast enough. Stop it! Don't do it! Oh yeah, I got distracted and I don't think I finished my thought. What is that? Why is that there? Anyway, I've broken my rule of keeping my hotbar always the same, of having my pickaxe in the first slot. I've got my shovel in the first slot because I can rapid switch between digging and then easy place and then switch back to digging. I was not doing that last night while I was streaming, and I think we're gonna zoom through this a lot quicker because of it. Next thing you know, he's gonna change to a mining bow. No, that'll never happen. Never in a million years. Never gonna happen. I heard him say that once about Java too, but look where he's at now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but you've heard me say over and over for years that Minecraft is Minecraft to me. regardless of which version you play. What you've never heard me say is bows are bows no matter which enchantment you use. Because that would just be falsehoods and lies. All right. Oh, hey guys, we got an ad break coming up in less than 1 minute. Is that supposed to be regular dirt? Do I not have any regular dirt? You know what? You know what? Guess what? Now I do. Fixed it. So we're going to take a 3-minute stretch break while the ad roll is playing, and then we're back to digging and placing and digging and placing and digging and placing all over again. Hope you guys are ready. Everyone on Java uses a mending bow, right? No. At least I don't think so. Maybe I'm delusional. I don't know. But right now, we got to go. Ad break. See you in a minute. And we're back. Hello. Timberwolf. I will say this, I've been enjoying massively the upgrades you've been doing on your videos because of the Java abilities. That was the sole purpose of switching. Because it's not like I was unhappy with Bedrock or even unhappy with how my channel was doing. It was kind of a big deal to let go of an established channel and switch to doing Java only survival content. That doesn't mean I'm not going to go back to some tutorials from time to time. I haven't touched it in about a month and a half, 2 months. My bad, been busy. But that was kind of a hard decision for me. But the reason that it made it worth it for me is because I could do stuff like this and elevate the kind of creativity that I wanted to achieve in the same or less amount of time. Imagine trying to do this by hand. It can be done. There are Bedrock creators that could do this, and I could do this by hand, but being a part-time content creator, I'm never going to be able to build this kind of scale in any reasonable amount of time without some proper tools. It would take me months to get this hill designed and built. Am I out of moss blocks? I'm out of moss blocks now. Let's go. So my take on the whole Bedrock versus Java conversation is play whichever one makes you happy, right? Or whichever one you have access to. If you only have access to Java, which I don't think is very many people because I think you get Bedrock for free. But at that point, just play what you want. If you only have access to Bedrock because you play on a console or on a phone, then play that. Minecraft is Minecraft, right? You get to build cool stuff, make some cool farms, and that's that, right? I think the Java platform is better for content creators who want to focus on very detailed and large scale builds. Not that it can't be done on Bedrock. It definitely can be. But there's a reason that you see most building series on Java platform. But for the everyday player that's not trying to put out YouTube content, unless you really want this kind of stuff for your own personal enjoyment, you don't have to have it. You can do this in Bedrock. In fact, let me prove my point. I think I have this world loaded up. Let me prove my point. Give me just 1 second. Okay. Let's see. Let us see. Timberwolf, I'm glad. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Let me see. Is this world loaded up in here? Oh, it is. Here we go. Where are my sources? Game capture sources, Minecraft, Java. There's Bedrock. Here's Bedrock. Okay. It's going to be very slow for just a second because I have 2 games running at the same time and my computer is not that powerful. Loading. Loading. Okay, this is one of the first worlds that I ever did in creative mode on Bedrock Edition. This Death Star was built completely by hand without any tools, no mods, no add-ons, on a phone, block by block. I built this thing. Hold on, my camera is still lagging because this is taking too much resource. Oh wow, did they update the menu? It's been a hot minute since I've been in here. Render distance 5 chunks. You're telling me 5 chunks is killing my... Here, let me just quit Java for a minute. We're going right back to it. But hang on. Okay, why is it still so slow? Why am I lagging? Are we good? We good? Load and quit lagging my computer. Pillager Tower. Back to the OG days. Yes, this is something I worked on before I started making content. Like, this is literally one of the first major projects that I did from my phone, tediously placing blocks, and I dug all of this out by hand as well. Because it was fun. I wanted to do it. I had no intention of making videos on this. It was literally just a fun passion project for me to work on. And I did some interior stuff. But like, look at that, perfect sphere. I used a voxel shape site to get the dimensions, and then I placed every block one by one by hand. It took me a very long time. This would be very quick in Java because of the tools that we have, right? But it is possible to do. I have a small interior, like a little check-in desk, stormtrooper check-in. This is nostalgia, man. General information, officer check-in, pilot check-in, support staff check-in, walk-through scanner. Bzz. Make sure you're not a bad guy. Staff only. All right, I got a little check-in thing. Then we got the reactor core control center. Right, so there's the reactor core. That's the thing that they blow up in the second Death Star with the Millennium Falcon, right? They fly through there and boom, blow it up. Let's go over here and look. This was so fun to build. What's down here? Oh yeah, this is like the control panels. Beep, boop, beep, boop. Cooling tank A, operational. Cooling tank B, operational. Just fun little things that you can do. Let's see. Well, I'll show you my favorite area in here, and then we'll be done. We have the Death Star and a TIE fighter in our world. Unfortunately, the Death Star is 3/4 the size of the TIE fighter. That's excellent. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Cell block AA-23. These are the control panels that Han Solo is like, hi, how are you? What's your identification number? That was a boring conversation anyway. And then they go down here and they get trapped. And then they're like, I don't care what you smell. Get in there. Look out below. Trash compactor with a hole in the wall. Look at that. This must have taken you months. Oh, it took so long. But it wasn't for content. It wasn't for any other reason than I just loved playing the game. And I did all of this on my phone. That's the point I'm trying to make. Is that you can do anything that you want on Bedrock Edition. It does not matter. If you put your mind to it, you can do anything you want. There are tools on Java that make the process easier and quicker, and for a content creator, that's kind of important. But for anybody else that's not trying to push out YouTube videos, Bedrock Edition, completely valid, in my opinion. So There you go. There's that. Man, it's fun to kind of look back on memory lane here. See the things that we used to do. All right, let me lag my camera again while the game loads up. Here we go. Tell my mate to check this out, show how it's meant to be built. Would you ever do a quick guide video sharing your lessons in producing Bedrock content? I don't know. Probably not on my Java channel, maybe on the Bedrock channel. I don't know. What would you hope to get out of that? It's 8:20 here in Mexico. It is 10:20 where I'm at. I'll be honest, Blue, the first video I saw of yours was the Wizard Tower build from your first base, and that's what got me into your videos. Your creative mind is amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I loved that Wizard Tower. It's still right over there on the other side of the world. Oh, you can't see the screen. I'm so sorry. Whoops. My bad. There it is. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. We just get a blue cam the rest of the stream. Stare at my face while I play Minecraft. You know the other thing that I should have left out of this schematic? That. I put a dummy crane in place just to see what it would look like, and I don't know that that's actually where that's gonna go, or if I'll even have one there. I don't know. I haven't decided. Sleep. But I'm not tired. All right, we'll go to sleep. Do you watch with headphones in, Auk? That's always funny, like when you're laughing and you have headphones on and nobody has any idea what you're laughing at. Excellent. Uh-oh. 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 Stay away from my stuff. Uh-oh. Oh, he's got a spear. No. 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 No! Oh, no. No! Wasting perfectly good resources that I'm gonna have to go get more of if we're not careful. Time to sleep. Stupid creeper. Hey, I'm glad you're getting a good kick out of my pain. Hey, look, here's another one. Wham. Wham. No. Nailed it. First try. Why is he not burning? Burn. I wish so badly that creepers would burn. That would just be too easy, wouldn't it? Just way too easy. Oh, this is going to be a big old pain in the butt. For a second, I was like, wait a minute, though. How much durability do I have? Did you see how much was raised through the Gamers Outreach this last weekend? I did. Isn't that awesome? It was like $1.3 million. What a cool thing. Why? Oh, that's why. I don't really want one there, though. If you could just not place one there, that would be great. Thank you. That was probably done by an Enderman. Do you do anything with redstone? So I did a lot of things with redstone on Bedrock Edition, and I have not done any except for my XP farm since switching to Java. So it's forthcoming very soon. We will do some redstone in this world and in this series. There will not be a huge focus on it on videos because it's mainly a building series. But we could potentially do some live streams where we learn and build redstone contraptions. Together. That could be fun. Do you think behind the scenes of how you make Bedrock content from game to YouTube would be fun to watch? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I would approach that in any kind of meaningful way that would appeal to a general audience. It might appeal to a lot of content creators, but I don't know. Kiwi would watch it. Okay. Same. Much faster with shovel on the first hotbar. Oh yeah, for sure. Except for now, anytime I come across stone materials, I immediately hit the 1 key and go to my shovel. I'm like, why is this not digging? Oh yeah. I've debated getting into content creation, but I have no idea where to start. What are you unsure about? What kind of content you would do, how to actually record it, what kind of gear you would need? Hello, Psycho. How are you? It intrigues me how to make content. Fair enough. Not bad today. Good. I'm glad to hear it. I am glad to hear it. For me, it would be what kind of gear do I need if my only option is using my iPhone and a computer for editing? At the very, very least, if you're going to record footage from your iPhone and edit from your computer, if you're editing from your computer, you may as well at least buy some intro level microphone that you can hook up to your computer and do voiceovers, because you can have lower quality video that people will still watch if it sounds good, but you can have the highest quality looking picture in the world, and if your audio is trash, then people won't watch it. So investing in a microphone that would be at least better than the onboard microphone on your mobile phone would be step one, I would say. As an old fart, I'd be interested in learning. Fair enough. I've played around with OBS Studio for streaming on Twitch, and I feel like I would do survival building up basis content. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of really good tutorials on YouTube that I followed in order to get my OBS Studio set up to be the way that I want it. Like I've got a variety of docs in my OBS Studio. I've got one for Twitch chat. I've got one for Twitch stats, just so I can monitor how long have I been streaming, how many people are here, how many followers do I have right now, and stuff that I don't necessarily need to pay attention to, but I have in case I want to see it. I've got my ad timeline so that I know when pre-roll ads are about to kick in again. I have my quick actions so that I can change the name of the stream or change the game if we switch mid-stream, various things like that. I've got obviously my scenes. I've got a few basic scenes. I've got a start screen, an end screen, and a be right back screen that are all very similar. They play video files that I've created. And then I have just a couple of live scenes. I have my full camera scene. I have my gameplay plus camera. I've got one for browser. And that's pretty much it right now. I used to have a game minus camera, but I don't ever use that on streams. I just use it for recording videos. So I generally don't have that one on my stream deck for my live stream settings. And then I use a program called Wavelink. It's made by Elgato and it's free. Anyone can use it. And it acts as a digital soundboard, so I can select different applications and set their volume based on application type. So for example, I have a channel just for games, and that channel just for games can have a separate volume for my headphones versus the volume that's sent to my speakers if I want to listen to it through speakers, versus a separate volume that's sent to OBS for you guys to hear. So I never touch that. I leave that where it's at. So even if I turn the volume up and down in my ears, then it won't affect what you guys hear. So all of my audio runs through that and pipes into OBS. There's a lot. There's a lot to it. But when I first got started, I had my phone. I had a very basic microphone. a very basic audio XLR USB interface, and iMovie. I used iMovie to edit my footage and do my voiceovers. So yeah, you can do a lot with a little, and over time, as you decide you want to get more serious about it, then you can invest in more gear. Or do like I did, work for a company that gives you these kind of weird bonus points for doing a good job at stuff that you can redeem in a store that has random stuff in it. That's where I got my camera. That's where I got my 2 lights. I got those for free because I did a good job at work, and they awarded me with 500 bonus points. And I banked them and said, I'm going to get myself 2 camera lights and a camera. This Stream Deck that I have, my Stream Deck, I've had this thing since 2020. I bought it during the pandemic when you couldn't find these things anywhere. I drove 45 minutes away because a GameStop 45 minutes from where I lived had the only one around that was in a store. So I drove to get it, and it was the only one they had left. And I've had this thing since 2020. Yeah. All those precious dirt will just despawn. I've got so much dirt already. I think it'll be all right. We're still going to get more when we start placing blocks again. Now I need to be very careful with my shovel because we need to go repair sometime soonish. Is there any stone laying around? Here, let's get that. And then we can do that. And then we can do that. And then we can do that. Why didn't you crit hit? Thank you. Mend blue? No, not yet. We're gonna take it down on the wire. A lot of what I've learned for how to create content in terms of the software, the hardware, the settings, different plugins to use, microphone settings, all of that kind of stuff, I've either learned from experience because I used to work in a church where I did a lot of audio stuff because I was a worship pastor. So I did a lot with our soundboard and our tech stuff, our lighting. Or I've learned from watching tutorial videos online. So I was not happy with my microphone for a long time. It's a nice microphone. I love this microphone. It's a Shure MV7. Shure makes good stuff. And it's like the baby brother to the most popular microphone in the world, the SM7B. And I was not happy with the audio for it for a while. Not because the microphone wasn't good, but because I didn't know how to set it up properly. And I finally just sat down. I watched a few tutorials. I said, what frequency do I need to pull out in order for my voice to sound less muddy in the middle? What frequency do I need to boost to get that radio podcast type sound on the low end of stuff? And when I get that boomy sound, how do I still get it to sound clear without it just being overpowering low end? And just watching a lot of tutorials on audio, pro audio, EQ settings, compression settings, de-essers, like all of the stuff. All of that I learned through watching YouTube videos on people that make content about how to make content. And it's not even like specific to Minecraft. It's just, hey, you want to be a content creator? Here are the things that you need to know in order to be a content creator. There are a ton of channels out there like that. All that floating dirt hurts my brain. Nogri used to yell at me about this all the time. You're littering. There will come a day when I need dirt. And you guys are going to be like, I told you so, Blue. I told you so. You shouldn't have just left all of that laying there in the stone pit of death to despawn. And I'm going to be like, you know what? You're right. You did tell me so. I'm watching this very closely. As soon as that little red mark ticks down again, we're going to repair this thing. Look at all those floating pixels. Oh my gosh. No. Bad kiwi. No. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to break it. Promise. In the words of Frozen, let it go. Let it go. If I was looking into trying to start as a hobby, would you suggest videos or streaming as a good starter to learn from? It kind of just depends on what you're passionate about. There are a lot of people who stream and never make videos because videos take a lot of time. Streaming is one of those things where you can hop on and never touch it again until the next time you go live, and it would be completely fine. With video content, even if you are a streamer as well, you have to think in terms of what clip do I want next? How do I want this to flow into the next part of the video? Speaking of, I didn't record any of that. Oh well, it's fine. We got plenty of footage already. So if you're looking to dive into making videos, that is the choice that you have to make because you want to make videos. If you're just wanting to interact with people and present your projects and ideas to the world, then streaming is a really good option because it's a set it and forget it kind of mentality. You just get on, go live, interact with your audience, and then call it a day until the next time. So I hope that helps. Hope that answers the question. I want offhand so bad for Bedrock. I still don't understand why it's not implemented. It does seem like one of those things that would be easy to do. Even if they didn't do sweeping edge, they could pretty easily, hello, why did that break? They could pretty easily implement offhand to just hold things. It's already there. There's already offhand for rockets, the shield, maps, things like that, just throw the ability to put a tool in your offhand, even if it has no function. A lot of people that I've heard that want offhand in Bedrock want two things. One, the ability to repair offhand tools. And two, the ability to mine and place torches at the same time. So being able to, well, I don't have any on me right now, but to be able to throw torches in your offhand, mine, torch, mine, torch. That one would be a little bit trickier to do with the current state of things. But this right here, repairing tools in your offhand, would be so simple to do. Kiwi, that doesn't work on Java. On Bedrock, the arrow never gets consumed, and that's why that works. On Java, the arrow gets consumed every time it hits. So it's basically, it'll hit one silverfish, and then the arrow will be gone. I did try it before making this one. Yep, so no trident killers, no arrow of harming, none of that. It doesn't work. Honestly, I wouldn't even care if they never brought trident killers to Java. I would care if they took them away from Bedrock. But if they never brought them to Java, it would be fine. What I would love for them to bring to Java is forward bridging and being able to cancel your elytra flight mid-flight. Those are two things that I really want. You know what? Since we're just doing a bunch of digging at this point, let me go empty some of my inventory and then we can pick up some of these blocks. Haste 2. I do not have a beacon yet. We'll get one soon for other projects. We'll probably get one before we do terraforming in Feather Falls. We'll do a wither fight and get a beacon. All right, let's put that in there, that in there. Do I have any regular dirt? I do. We'll keep the one stack that we have. And then maybe we do that. Maybe we do something like that. That'll clear out a little bit of the inventory. Then we can just mine stuff and pick some stuff up. Hi-ya! Yeah! Yeah! Got him. No, now I don't have the stuff to place there. Oh, well, it's fine. We'll place it in a little bit. It is kind of insane how much faster the shovel is than the pickaxe. Like super, super fast compared to chunk, 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 chunk. Food required. Lurk. What you going to get? Food. Duh. Yeah, it is efficiency 5. Like, my goodness, that is so slow. Oh, we'll be here until 3 o'clock in the morning at this rate. Netherite. Netherite isn't that fast. Not that faster. Not that much faster. Not much faster. Netherite is not much faster. English is hard. I think that's what he's trying to say, is that he wants a reason to side quest for a beacon. Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. There we go. So back to the content conversation and whether to dabble in streaming versus videos as well. The other thing that people don't really think a ton about that you have to do for video content is thumbnails. So if you don't want to do thumbnails, streaming on Twitch is perfect because you don't have to set a thumbnail for your stream. You just go live. But there are a lot of really great free tools that are high quality that will get you everything you're ever going to need. For recording and streaming, I use OBS Studio. For video editing, I use DaVinci Resolve. For audio mixing, I use Wavelink. And for thumbnails and graphics, I use Affinity. And that used to be a paid program, but it was super cheap. But then they were bought out by Canva, and now it's a completely free program. So all of the main software that I use on a regular basis to make content, it's all free. The only thing that you have to pay for is any kind of hardware that you want to buy. Computer, microphone. If you're going to stream with a camera, then you need a camera. Then you probably also need some lights. Or at least one light. I did streaming with one light for a very long time. But I now have 2 lights that link up to my Stream Deck because they're made by Elgato. So I can just be like, hey, guess what? Now you can't see me. I'm in the dark. Now I'm here. Now I'm in the dark. And I'm here. I can also turn off my backing lights. Or I can change the color if I want. But like that's all extra stuff that you don't have to have. But the essentials, all the free software, a microphone, and a device to play Minecraft on. That's literally all you need. I'm learning DaVinci Resolve right now for editing sermons for our church. That's cool. Yeah, it's a great platform for video editing. You can do a lot with it. I mean, I don't know that I even tap 1% of what can be done in DaVinci. You can do standard video editing. You can do transitions, custom transitions. You can do 3D animation type things. You can do color grading. You can do audio mixing, all sorts of stuff. It really is the complete package for video content. So, Timberwolf, when you edit the sermons for your church, what does that mean? What does that look like? Are you trimming out blank spots in the recording? So if like the pastor stops talking for 5 seconds, do you cut that kind of stuff out? Or like, what do you mean by edit? What's the program called? The program for video editing is called DaVinci Resolve. Hey, Longhorn, how you doing? It's good to see you. You know what I've thought about doing? I've thought about doing a behind the scenes live stream. I honestly, I'd probably be more inclined to do that than to actually make a video on how to create content, because there's so many of those out there and I'm not trying to be that kind of channel. But what I would be more inclined to do is do a live stream of behind the scenes. So after I've got all of my clips recorded, load up DaVinci and show you guys how I edit stuff and how I use flashback to get the correct timings for a time lapse or something. I usually do some kind of intro I add to it, and then yes, I'm editing out dead space, sometimes adding verse notations at the bottom. So Timberwolf, I believe it was Merely Adequate that told me about this function. It was either him or Eladrium. There's a function in DaVinci Resolve, and I believe it's under the edit or audio menu. But there's an audio operations option, and it is a operation to trim empty space in your clips. So it will literally highlight the empty space in your clips. You click the process button and it will delete all of that empty space and then push all of your clips together. That is how I edit my videos now, is I will trim that out with automation and then go back in and re-add if I want extra dead space between clips, or if I want to combine some to make it flow easier. It's a really great tool for saving a lot of time poking through looking for dead space. I can't see. Let's leave that like that for now. Tapping out. I am getting a little tired, honestly, but we got 4 minutes until the next ad break. I'll stand up and stretch my legs. That'll give me a little boost. I could see us going for a little bit longer. What I could also see as well is if we don't go quite as long tonight. I forgot my wife is working late tomorrow night. Which, when she does that, I usually start work an hour early so I can get off by 4 and go pick up the kids from school and hang out with them while she works late. So if I'm getting up tomorrow to start work at 8, I'm not going to get up an hour earlier to go to the gym tomorrow. So I'm just going to skip the gym, which means I'm not getting up at 6 o'clock or a little before. So if I don't get up super early tomorrow, I'll have more energy tomorrow night to stream for longer. That's the plan anyway. So I'm thinking we could possibly start whenever the kids are situated in bed and reading and kind of settling down for the night. We could start then and go until we're tired. Hey, Zenik, how's it going? Zinnick, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wonderful idea. I thought so. I thought it was a pretty good one. Oops. All right. Yep, that'll work. That'll work. Food obtained with coffee. Nice. I've started drinking kind of coffee recently. Whenever my wife goes to Starbucks, I have her get me a, what is it? A salted caramel cold brew. So it's like not quite a frappuccino. It's still got coffee in it. I don't really like hot drinks all that much. So iced coffee is perfect for me. I love it. Sounds good right now. What's the project? I will show ya. I will show ya. Here we go. Ready? We're going to jump into free cam. And here we go. This is the project. Anywhere that's red or pink or blue needs to be either dug, replaced, or built. And I am doing a complete biome transformation of Miners Hill. That's what it looks like without all of the nasty blueprints, the schematics on there. Lots of terraforming, yes. So we've already completed the hill portion of Miners Hill, and the rest of this is just going to be terrain stuff. I'm going to have a few mining pits. One is going to be here, which that's what we're working on right now. Another mining pit is going to go right there. So we'll have a mining pit there, and then a path that leads to my crystal mine and connects up to here, and then a path that leads down to what will eventually be a bridge that leads to Feather Falls. So we won't build the bridge until we've started Feather Falls. That'll be a kind of a later project. This video is going to be the terraforming and finishing up the entrance and path to the crystal mine back there. And then the next video is going to be a custom tree forest that lines the perimeter of Miners Hill, and maybe a few like deadish trees spread throughout the hill as well. So yeah, that's the big project. A huge terraforming session, but now it's time for an ad break. So I'll be back in 3 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon for a little bit more. Okie dokie, I'm back. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Always the ad break when I get here. I know, right? It's the way it goes. That's the way it goes sometimes. All my ice from my pib is gone. Now I gotta drink water. All right. Longest 3 minutes in the world. It was a little longer than 3 minutes. Sorry. My bad. Apparently I don't have any of those materials in my inventory. It's fine. It's fine. Let's just keep digging for now. We'll dig this pit. Oh, I forgot. We do need time-lapse footage for a time-lapse, so probably a good idea to record some of this, and it's going to freeze. I don't know why this has been happening with 26.1. I don't know if it's a me problem, like my computer is just not beefy enough to handle it, or if there's an issue within 26.1 that makes flashback freeze like that temporarily. As long as it works, though, I don't even care. As long as it captures the footage that I want and I can edit it, I don't care. For context, my above message was in reference to you drinking fruit coffee instead of real coffee. I don't think I'm ever going to have a hot coffee. I just don't like hot drinks. I like something cold and refreshing. So if there's something less frou-frou than the kind of iced coffee that I already get, then, you know, I'm open to trying it. I'm basically just like, I tell my wife, pick something for me you think I will like. That's literally all I said. And she got me the one salted caramel cold brew from Starbucks. And I'm like, all right, get me that one every time then. Because I like it. It's yummy. I should probably sleep. But if I get a creeper down here to blow some of this up, that'd be great. In fact, are there any creepers nearby? Okay, tell me once again what it was. You might get this old man to try something new. It was a salted caramel cold brew. Or a salted caramel cream cold brew, I think is what it technically is. It was good. It was good. All right, creeper, let's see you do some damage. Oh, dang it. Did I just... Ugh. Zombie, you don't want to come down here. This is going to be messy and you're going to die. Even though you're already dead, you're going to get more undead than you were already dead. All right, here we go. Blow it up, creeper. Oh yeah, I didn't have my chest plate on. That was a bad idea. Let's not do that again. Oh, it's a good thing this isn't hardcore. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Oh my gosh. Oops. Whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie. That was a mistake. No, don't take my stuff. Don't take my stuff. Pants. Boots. Hat. Elytra. Other things. Seriously? All of that? And you could only muster up the courage to break one block, creeper? What good are you? We're never doing that again. That was a stupid idea. That creeper really just stood there and said, 1 block. Best I can do is 1 block. Oh my gosh. What the heck, dude? He blew up the most important thing. Yeah, me. Oh, man. Die. That was great. It was great fun. Now that we're done goofing around, back to work. That creeper was a total waste of gunpowder. It's just like 1 block. I'm going to have to go back and clip that, and I'm going to name the clip Creeper Mining is Very Effective. Imagine what we could do with 2 creepers. 2 blocks. Man. Hey, Blue Jay, why do you only have 6 levels? Oh, you know, mining. I'm turning that off for the moment so I can actually see what in the world is going on. This needs to be replaced with something. Nice try, buckaroo. That's good. Now let's get rid of that so I can actually see what I'm doing. Did I miss Blue die tonight? Oh, you sure did. You sure did. Ugh. Right as I was dictating a message and was laughing so hard I couldn't write the message correctly. Moss block. I don't have any of those. Gonna have to go get some. Oop. All right, let's go get some moss so we can actually fill that in and fix that. Then we'll come back. Oof, there will be more chances. Let's just say we tried to mine some of that ditch by luring a creeper in there and things happened. Mining was not one of them. All right, mouse. Nope, not that. That. Let's get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. We don't really need any more than 1 stack of stone or grass at any given time for right now. So let's just take a little bit more moss. Whee! I'm aghast. You guys like my gassed impression? I would do an Enderman impression, and it would be really funny because it wouldn't sound anything like an Enderman. It would just be me screaming my head off. But everybody in the house is trying to sleep right now, so that would probably be a bad idea. Stop looking at me! That's my impression of an Enderman. You know, tempered a little bit. When do you plan on getting your first Java beacon? Honestly, not too far from now. Because one of the first things that I will probably do in Miners Hill is some terraforming. Hilarious, because we're doing terraforming now, but we're probably going to do some more. And I'll want a beacon for that, so we'll probably do that as part of the episode or before or something. I don't really like that there. We'll take it out. No, okay. There's nothing below it. Went to the kitchen with the plan to make a French press coffee, started the process, found the iced tea, and that's what I ended up with. Dude, see, iced tea, that sounds really good. Sounds really good right now. Notice how in the last 15 seconds I've become very ADHD brain. We were digging that, now we're doing this. You know, just kind of go with the flow. Just go with the flow. It'd be better if it was homemade with this Lipton powder tea. Not really the best, but it's nice and cold. Cold, refreshing drinks are my favorite. Now, that doesn't seem right. Why is there just a big old hole there? Let's cover that up. Sure. Sure. Oh no, I did it again. Hey, my phone's telling me it's time to go to bed. Ding, ding, ding. No! That's what the snooze button is for. We can ignore it for a little bit. That's the one I just put there, isn't it? Yep, it is. Don't dig it out. Uh-oh. Run. Run. Oh, they're shooting at me. Owie! That stupid copper zombie is going to try to interrupt my sleep patterns. I'm going to run this way so he can't see me. Haha, what a loser. Sleep time. Oh, there he is. Run. I just don't understand why there's so many zombies wearing leather or copper or gold armor around this area. Just stop putting armor on so you can burn in the daylight. Need to eat. Munch, munch, munch. Oh, you followed me all the way over here, did ya? That was your mistake. He's like, I heard what happened with the creeper. You don't seem that scary to me. Have you seen a zombie on a zombie horse spawn in game yet? Not on Java. I've seen one on Bedrock. And I've seen one of the zombie camels as well. And I got killed by the rider carrying a spear on one of those zombie camels. It was tragic. You said munch, munch, munch. You made me think of the movie Herbie Goes Bananas, where one guy says muncha, muncha, muncha. I don't think I've ever seen that one. I loved The Love Bug when I was a kid. Not the remake that they did, like the original one, the really old one. And Herbie Rides Again. Is that the second one? Oh man, we watched those movies all the time on VHS. All that's on Disney Plus. You know what? I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna add that to my watch later list. Why did I put that back there? I gotta dig it out. The remake was stupid. I never saw it. So all the pink you have to dig out. Yes. Anything that is pink needs to go because it's in the place of an air block. Anything that is red needs a block, but it's the wrong block. So I gotta dig it and replace it. And then anything that's blue is currently an air block, but needs a block placed there. Yeah, dude, VHS, man, that was where it was at. We had like several of those VHS towers in our basement growing up. Just pull a VHS cassette tape box out, open it up, make sure it was rewound. And then watch your movie. The Love Bug with the original was good, but Herbie Goes Bananas and Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo I always thought were funnier. I think I may have seen the Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo one. Yeah, we had a few older classic type movies in our house growing up that we watched all the time. That was one of them. Now I'm really starting to show my age. Dude, I was looking at pictures of myself from like 2020 the other day, just browsing through my phone. Because I set up a rotating background for my lock screen, so it just pictures of my wife and kids and a few other like random things. Like I took a picture of off the internet, one of the pictures that the astronauts took of the moon and the Earth. And I was like, oh, I gotta have that as a background. Anyway, I was scrolling through looking at all my pictures, and I looked at myself from 2020. Oh, I didn't need to dig that out. And I was like, oh my gosh. One, I had more hair. Two, my beard was not gray at all. And now it's like, ooh, it's filling in. It's filling in. Time is moving. There's always someone older. Right. How far do we need to go with this? Just want to make sure we don't like break too far. That needs to go. Yeah, some of this is going to be inaccurate because I don't know that I'm going to put this crane here, but it's not a big deal. As long as we get the general shape, it's fine. That's what Just for Men beard coloring is for. I'm not that concerned about it. You know what was a little devastating for me, though? And I know there's stuff you can do to reverse this as well, but again, I don't really care. And you guys are never going to see it because I wear a hat all the time. Last year, I got the worst haircut I've ever had. The lady at the Great Clips cut my hard part like right here. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, how does it look? I'm like, looks fine. Just don't do any more. Just don't do more. Looks great. We'll be done now. She cut my hard part like right up here. And I came home and I showed my wife and I said, please fix this. And she goes, oh, there's no fixing that. And I had to serve at church the next day. And typically if you're on the platform, we don't really wear hats. We're a pretty casual church, like jeans, t-shirt, they don't care. But hats are for some reason like a thing. Just don't wear a hat on the stage. And I called our worship leader and I said, hey, I know I'm volunteering tomorrow and I feel like I'm going to be distracted and I feel like maybe other people will be distracted if I come in with my head looking like this. Can I just wear a hat tomorrow? And he's like, you know what? Do what you got to do. That's fine. So I had my wife basically shave almost all of my hair off because the hard part was to the skin and it was like a 1/4 inch wide and in the wrong spot on my head. So she shaved my head essentially. And upon shaving my head, I discovered what I kind of already knew, but it was even more evident at that point that my hair is very thin around the top. And she basically was just like, you should probably just keep it like this from now on. So I've just been buzzing my hair because I'm to the point now where the middle part of my head is a little bit thin. So growing it back out is going to not look great. Again, I know they got product for that, but I don't know. I don't really care. It's fine. I wear a hat most of the time when I'm out in public anyway. But yeah, there you go. That's the worst haircut I ever had. So bad she made me go bald. So clearly you don't have one barber you go to. No, not really. I've always just kind of like walked into a Great Clips, and that was the only time that ever happened. My wife also, like, she's just randomly talented at random things. And cutting hair is one of those things that she's good at. She's not ever been to like a beauty school or worked in a hair salon or anything like that. Just she's decent at cutting hair. So I was like, hey, can you give me a haircut? And if it was just styling it and getting a hard part and all of that, she would be like, okay, that's fine, but it takes a really long time. And I totally understand. But now that I'm buzzing it, I was like, hey, can you come buzz my head? She's like, yep, here you go. But she used to cut my hair when I would have an actual hairstyle. Not all the time, but when we had time. Like, I trust you more than the person I'm going to at Great Clips. I only get one haircut, a number 1 or 2 all over. That's it. Just Rosie, hi, hello, welcome into the stream. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you being here. How good are you at PvP or parkour? I'm the world's best at both of those things. Clearly I'm lying, but you don't know that. My wife cuts my hair all the time. It's nice, right? You don't even have to leave the house. Really, can I offer some challenges? I mean, you can give me some ideas, but that's not really what we're doing here. This is a solo world, and I don't have a parkour course here. He's lying through his teeth. Yep. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I'm the world's best at both of those things. Triple double Neo for a gifted sub. How about 360 kickflip McTwist, no scope? You know what that is, right? It's what all the kids are doing. You want to follow? Congrats. Excellent. I'll take it. Oh my gosh. The one slang that I'm not allowed to say is no cap, because I'm always wearing one. Good to me. Maybe another time I could watch the incredible parkourist. You know, I need to do a mini games stream sometime over on the Hive on Bedrock Edition. We used to do those a lot, and in between rounds I would go around the Hive and just run the parkour course over and over and over, and I was so bad at it, but I was always stubborn enough to just keep going. Just one more time. Just one more time. Just one more time. I enjoy the idea of it. I'm not very good at it, though. Did you add the McTwist in there, Blue? Okay, here we go. Kickflip. No scope. Ah! You couldn't see my kickflip because you can't see my feet. See? I'm looking right at my feet, but you can't see them. Why is that? Why can't you see your feet in Minecraft? You know what I'm really good at, Rosie? I'm really good at getting a creeper to blow up one singular block in the floor. That's it, just one block. The creepers are so unimpressed with me. They're like, best I can do is one. True story, it happened earlier. I also got blown up in the process. Yeah, we can leave those on. Get rid of those. And we're almost out of here. Good. No, we'll keep that. We'll keep it. Boop, 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 boop. Now, you guys are going to desensitize me again. And a creeper is going to come along here, and I'm not going to think it's real, and I'm going to get blown to bits again. I've been building in Minecraft for 12 years. Great to see not everyone has left early. What do you mean left early? I don't understand. Oh, we're almost to the bottom of this thing. Woo boy. It's like the pit from Parks and Rec. I fell in the pit. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, so tell me why did they have to make these cuter? The goal was to make them more terrifying, not cuter. A lot of my older building friends are now into PvP or a different game entirely. Fair enough. Oh boy. Hey, I didn't die. And look, he blew up 2 blocks this time. He was so impressed with my not dying that he blew up 2 blocks. Yeah, dude, I've been playing Minecraft for, I don't know, 12 years as well. I started in 2014 on mobile and have been doing content for 9 years as a Bedrock content creator, and just switched to being a Java content creator a couple months ago. And yeah, dude, I still love the game. It's my favorite game in the world. I've played a little bit of Hytale. I started a Hytale channel as well. And you know, as a part-time content creator, maybe starting 2 new YouTube channels is not the best idea in the world. But I've been loving building on Java so much. And just, I want to do this more. I will still play Hytale, and I will probably make some videos from time to time over on Hytale as well, especially as they ramp up and get more of the RPG stuff going. But Minecraft, man, it is a timeless classic that I don't think I will ever get tired of. Doubled productivity. Oh my gosh, yes. So what is great about Minecraft? Do tell. How long you streaming for, Blue? We got 15 minutes to the next ad break. So maybe we get right up to that 15-minute mark and snooze it. And then once we snooze it, we can look for somebody new to raid out to. The community you get to meet along the journey? Yes. 100%. 100% agree. Some of my closest friends I have met through playing Minecraft. People that I talk to almost every day. Some of them I've met in real life, some of them I haven't. So, Rosie, how did you stumble upon our little community here? Just browsing Twitch, looking for a new creator to watch. Where's that zombie coming from? Minecraft community is so awesome. It is. It's interesting to see like how many people that you know that are in like cross communities as well. You'll stumble into another community and be like, oh, you're here too. Hi. I have that happen all the time. I browse for smaller rooms, usually 30 or less. That's cool. Well, hey, welcome in. I'm glad you're here. Oh, we finally made it to the bottom of the pit. This is where we're going to leave it for now, and I will detail it after we're done with the full terraforming project. So Rosie, in case you are curious, this is a world that I converted over from Bedrock to Java when I decided to make the switch, because I still wanted it to be basically a forever world. And rather than just completely starting over, I did a soft reset where I got rid of all of my materials and we started building this base right here. It's just a little mini base called Miner's Hill. I've got a small mining themed house with a crane and a branch mine entrance and a forge. And this is like a mining themed farming area with a minecart where you can push the materials over into that storage room. We've got a crystal mine over here with some crystal shards in the wall. And these are representative of different elements in Minecraft. So deep, dark, nether, fire, water, earth, end, and wind. And the sole purpose of building this whole area was to set up my enchanting, my mending villager, and my XP farm below the wind crystal. And then we are in the middle of a terraforming project right now, where I am redoing the entire area into a custom biome that is this style right here. Some patches of coarse dirt and some moss and grass and wool mixed in. So these will be a few more crystal mines. Maybe this is a crystal mine that's in progress. It's just being built. And there'll be another one over here as well. Hey, Moss Logic, how you doing, buddy? We're building a lot of stuff out of you. Got a lot of moss on this hill. So this is Miner's Hill. This is our little starter base. Then over here is going to be Feather Falls. I started this in Bedrock Edition and I didn't want to just completely scrap it. So I left what we had and we're going to make this into a resort and airfield, and the airplanes are going to be big birds instead of airplanes. So that's what this base is going to be. Then over here, this was one that I did entirely on Bedrock Edition. This is called Bluetopia. It was a kind of a Babylonian style themed build that basically they discovered the first ancient city and unleashed a bunch of skulk and corrupted the entire place. So that's what this area is. I did a whole series on this. It was called the Bedrock Guide. I did it for like 2 years. Oh gosh. This right here, this is like my little claim to fame. This nether portal, which no longer works because Java, on Bedrock Edition, you would click the pots and it would fire a rocket and activate the nether portal and deactivate the nether portal. This was featured in the Minecraft Live pre-show a couple years ago. So that was kind of fun. I noticed the sniffers are gone. Yeah, they're all gone. All the mobs are gone. They didn't make it over in the transfer. Doing okay, busy and stuff, but good. Good to hear that, Moss. Good to hear it. So this is Bluetopia. This is the base that I did. That's the Iron Garden. It was an iron farm and villager trading hall. So all of the villagers are gone. They've gone missing. And then my only other build spot in this world is way over this direction. About 1,000 blocks. We'll go look really quick. We'll most definitely come back around. I appreciate that. This was my original starter base over here from, I don't know, almost 3 years ago at this point. And we're almost there. Villagers peaced out. Yeah, they said, see ya. We're gone. Blue Jays Minecraft Live famous. No, that was pretty cool. I was excited to get featured on that. That was fun. All right, here it is. This is what I call the homestead. This was my very first build in this area. Thank you so much for gifting out a sub, Rosie. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do it, but I do appreciate it. This is the homestead. I've got a barn, and none of the animals survived, but I did a really fun episode of the Bedrock Guide where I got a bunch of different rideable animals and I put them in here. I had like camels, I had horses and a strider and different things like that. And I built a track over here specifically for timing their speed and comparing which ones were faster. This redstone doesn't work anymore because transferred to Java. But that was really fun to build and test out. Oh gosh, I'm frozen. Why am I frozen? What happened? Oh, it's probably this. Let me get rid of this. Segment 7. This is what it is. One moment. I want to show you my two favorite builds in this small homestead. As soon as this finishes saving. Why did you switch to Java? The reason I switched to Java was because I wanted to shift my focus away from guide content. Uh-oh. Sure, I'm sure that's going to be fine. I wanted to shift my focus away from guide content into building, and the tools available for creating video content on Java are just better for building. And I figured it would be a good time to switch if I was shifting focus. So I did. And yeah, that was that. Actually, I want to show you my 3 favorite builds. This is one of them. This was a sponsored build from Mojang a few years ago as well. When the Tricky Trials update came out, they wanted to do a summer promotion and they got a bunch of content creators to create videos. And I created a video where I had a shulker box of materials and I had to build something out of that shulker box of materials. And this is what I built. So it is a hot air balloon that looks like a breeze. And inside the hot air balloon, again, this doesn't work. I'll have to reconfigure it. It has a TNT launcher to launch me up into the air. So yeah, that was kind of fun. And then the Wizard Tower, one of my favorite builds over here. Love the Wizard Tower. It's my enchanting space. And it had a secret bookshelf door in the basement that led down to a zombie farm. The bookshelf door doesn't work anymore because redstone on Java is different. And then over here, oh, I love this build. It's just so different looking, like with that stone roof. This is a library. We designed this together on stream. And this is where my mending villager lived, who is no longer here. He's gone. He disappeared. But yeah, this is a fun little library to design for my mending villager. And that's pretty much it. Aladrium, hello! Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, buddy. We're just doing a little bit of nostalgia. Looking around. We're actually about to end the stream, to be honest. Not too far from now. Where's my mountain? Why isn't it loading? Oh, you know what? Here, let's turn Axiom on so we can see stuff. We're not Axiom, Voxy. Hey, look, we can see stuff now. There it is. Oh, what a beautiful view. That's why I chose this space to build from, so I can look out over that mountain. Oh, from my balcony. Ouch. I mean, just look at that. Oh, beautiful view. Beautiful view. I didn't even have to build these mountains. They came default from the Caves and Cliffs update. Hey, Blue Jay, hope you're having a great night. I am having a fantastic night. How are you? How was your stream? What were you doing? Minecraft or Hytale? All right, Blue, wonderful stream as usual. Hopefully another stream tomorrow. Keep us posted. I would count on it. I would count on it. It just depends on what we're doing tomorrow night. We'll either be doing more of this or we'll do some hardcore stuff with the hardcore crew. So I don't know yet, but I would count on a stream. Just count on it being something Minecraft. Hey, Combi, what's up? Elagium did totally no skill issues. Did great, totally no skill issues encountered. Very much the opposite. Either way, it sounds like fun was had. Render. Why you know render? There you go. Here, let's fly up high so we can coast in and everybody can see the work we've done tonight. And the work that will continue tomorrow. There we go. Miners Hill. The terraforming project that is about 50% done. Oh, that's the old terrain because I haven't loaded it in Axiom yet. Or not Axiom, Voxy. Get my mods confused. There we go. There's Miners Hill. Lots of terraforming. Got a mining pit there. A mining pit that's going to go over here. And then my crystal mining pit that's over here. I love this place. This looks so good. So happy with it. Yeah, so let me avoid blowing stuff up. Let me avoid blowing stuff up. And then we will look at the schematic to see how much I actually have left. All right, avoid blowing stuff up. Avoid getting shot by a bow and arrow. And we'll be good. We're fine. Don't panic. Don't panic. Okay. Let's go over here where it's a little bit safer. And if this spot gets blown up, I don't care because I haven't built on it yet. Oh. All right, quick aerial view in free cam. Man, I just love the rolling hill. That looks so good. All right, so that is progress, and this is how much we have left. So honestly, it's not much. A few patches down here. This right here will take like 30 minutes. This over here will take another 30. This will probably take 40 just to dig out the other mining area. And then maybe another hour and a half back here. So I don't know. I feel like we could get this done tomorrow. And then I could do some recording on Saturday to finish the detailing, like the entrance to the crystal mine, the path. We're close. We're very, very close. Next stream, I'm going to give you the basic MC PvP tips and train you into a great PvP player. One tip when killing mobs, aim for the head or near. It gives a bit more reach. Not sure if it matters to you, but why not give a small tip? That's great. I love that. I love that. Oop, I didn't mean to screenshot. So like, if I'm going, I don't know if there's any creepers around. They might have despawned. But if there's anything around, we're going to practice it. Ooh, I got 40 seconds until the next ad break. Let me snooze that because we're going to end here and find somebody to raid. Make sure you record the first time you break bedrock and get to the nether roof. Yeah, that'll be a monumental thing for me because coming from bedrock, that's not a thing. You can't do that over on bedrock. All right, let me practice on one of these dogs. You ready? Here we go. Crit hit. Just kidding. We're not going to do that. No. Tomorrow sounds like a plan. Modding for FWIP in the morning, chilling with Blue Jay in the afternoon. I'm all set. And it's a Friday, so even more reason to, here we go. Aim for the head. Aim for the head. Ready? Hey, yeah. I missed. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Got him. First try. Tell FWIP we said hello. All right. I think we're good to call it a night now. Let's go rest atop our beautiful rolling hill and look out over all that we've done tonight. Oh yeah, dude, progress. Progress, progress, progress. I love it. I love it. Guys. Works better with two block tall mobs. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, I'm going to pull up the raid channel dashboard and let's look for a new person that we've never raided before. I'm going to click on similar or smaller size and same category. Oh, that sounds fun. This sounds fun. I don't know anything about this person or if they're family friendly, so, you know, use your best judgment if you're not cool with unfamily friendly stuff. But this title says, Hardcore Minecraft, but chat can kill me. That sounds just like a delightful time. So we're going to go raid Mana the Muse and send everybody over to them. So make sure you say hello from Blue Jay. I'll stop in for just a couple minutes before I go to bed. But yeah, go enjoy Hardcore Minecraft, but chat can kill the streamer. Sounds like a lot of fun. Guys, have a great night. We'll see you back here probably tomorrow night. Goodbye.